Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Looking for the run. No, that's been intercepted. And it's Bellingham. Messi, and he shoots! Oh, good finish! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So they have it all to do again.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Gullit will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Gullit. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Vietnam are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim.
Yeah, possession-based football can be expansive and stylish, provided you have enough ballers in your team and someone who can dictate the tempo. It's not a style that anyone can necessarily play easily, Peter.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Yaya Toure. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. Passes short and sharp. And Gullit! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Gullit! Magnificent! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
Oh, that's a brilliant finish, Peter. Such a satisfying one from his perspective, knowing he hit it so beautifully.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That looks a cracking ball. He's onside! And claimed it back swiftly.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Tries to pass it through. Thuram makes the interception. Van Dijk. And this is Hazard. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, that's fabulous. And Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Silvestre. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Bellingham. Vieira. Well timed, excellent interception. Played out to the left flank. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Vieira, who's set up one goal so far, knocks it out wide. Gullit being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
It's come to nothing. Oh, can he get onto this? Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Vietnam clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That's a good ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Silvestre charging forward down that flank. Messi is fouled. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Yaya Toure. Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And now they can spring out of defence. Vietnam have got it back and they'll have another go. Bellingham. Vieira. And it's Bellingham. And it's Seedorf. And here's Messi. Played with finesse. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Rummenigge. And this is Gullit.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, that's well seen too. Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Now it's Hazard, and the counter is on. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending.
Oh, good effort! Oh, crossbar! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Substitution on the field.
Corner number 2 then.
Seedorf. Number 20, Bellingham. Number
Upamecano
10,
clears it
Messi.
away.
Number 4,
Brilliantly cut out.
Rummenigge. Number 8, Gullit. Coming on the field.
And this is Cruyff.
Number 25,
Messi.
Mateus.
That's been intercepted.
Number 21, Pedri. Number 22,
Mateus.
Number 15.
Well seen.
Johan
Saw
Cruyff.
that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substitution in progress.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Del Piero. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Vieira. Looking tidy in possession here. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Bale. Messi. 2 minutes to be added on. Now it's Del Piero. Knocks it into space. Oh, super find. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's hit the post. And that's it. They chased and chased, but it wasn't to be. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Has found himself a little lost today.
Terrific
Please
recovery,
look at the
a
screen for
really
information on how
fine
to
win
find
that,
your
Jim
way
Beglin.
around this
Well, what
stadium.
we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away from them. They stayed true to their style and turned this right on its head. This is a tremendous win.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
everybody,
clear
and
evening.
welcome to
The
today's
conditions
match.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Hazard. And he was quick to react. And that was nowhere near his best. Now it's Hazard.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic once he comes inside. Anything is possible.
Hazard is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great chance! Opts to play it back. Look, there's the shot!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Real chance! There it is! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Van Dijk cannot be beaten that easily. And it's Bellingham. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. That's a nicely weighted pass. Rummenigge! And that is doing no harm at all.
Rummenigge clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
That has ended up in no man's land. He has a look up. Seedorf. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And here's Gullit. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. That pass has been well intercepted. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Great vision. And this is Hazard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Silvestre, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Neymar. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Seedorf. Messi. Time and again they are repelled. Seedorf. And this is Hazard. They're urging him to shoot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Schneider. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Silvestre finding himself in space. That's a throw. And it's Yaya Toure. Messi ploughing through the middle. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Shapes to shoot! Goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from...
There will be 1 minute added time.
Neymar. And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an intriguing watch. A really nice contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. So straight into the second half. Hazard! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Vietnam with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Takes a shot! And that is well cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, he's not getting past him there. Schneider. Wan-Bissaka. And it's Schneider. In with the challenge. Bellingham, who can single-handedly make a difference. Nice-looking ball. Oh, that's clever. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Pinches it off him. Gullit looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Seedorf. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Bellingham. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And this is Hazard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. And they're back in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Vieira. Seedorf. Good running, strong and purposeful. Messi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Seedorf. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Seedorf. Rummenigge. Terrific effort! And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. So the lead now is 2.
And things are much healthier.
It's Hazard! Oh! Fantastic! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great.
Hazard! Well, now it's a race. Oh, he's been caught napping! Another chance from a corner. Vietnam have their second corner now.
Substitution on the field. Number 24, Seedorf.
Schneider goes short.
Number 20, Bellingham.
Finds himself unceremoniously floored.
Number 4.
And here's Messi.
Rummenigge.
Tries to play it through. Oh, super ball.
Coming on the field.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Number 15, Johan Cruyff. Number 6.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Ibrahimovic.
Neymar.
Substitution in progress.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Messi. That is good strength. Good-looking ball. And they can counter here, and that could set him on his way. And this is Messi. He's got away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's running through. And there's green grass ahead of him. Araujo. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Delivered in. Lovely, now then.
There will be 3 minutes added
Messi.
time.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Oh, good ball! Oh, that was vital. Not the most accurate pass. He's having a pop! It is a very, very good save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
He leaps for it! Oh, it's hit the post! And that will be the final act. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome.
And a quick announcement now. We would like to
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
everybody,
clear
and
evening.
welcome to
The
today's
conditions
match.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. No outsmarting him this time. Now, can they get him away? So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
This man Rudiger's going to be a very stern test for any attacker to beat, Peter. He's amongst the smartest defenders around with his positioning, and he's got the pace and strength to deal with the quickest opponent. He's not going to fall for cheap tricks either. He's just not that type to dive into tackles.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Seedorf. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Looking to play him in. Schneider was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he get on the end of this?
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Cannavaro cuts out the pass. He's chosen to go back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's really well manoeuvred. Van Dijk gets a foot in and wins the ball. And this is Ibrahimovic. Now it's Hazard. Nicely weighted. Shot at goal! That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
I think there were a few doubts for a split second, Peter, as to whether he was offside. I think he really got away with one there.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Hazard. Oh, he's all alone. Oh, shooting chance! They've scored! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Vietnam have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Varane gets over and intercepts. Seedorf is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Ibrahimovic. Bellingham. Rudiger did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Van Dijk makes the interception. Seedorf. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, good-looking ball. Schneider. Looking for options for movement. Can he latch on to this? Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Cannavaro did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. No way through there. Yaya Toure. And he was quick to react. Vieira. Now it's Schneider. Oh, strongly challenged there. Seedorf. Howson cuts it out. And it's Messi. Driving forward. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never
Hello,
really
everybody,
got
and
going, but
please
at least
join
this
me
will
in
be a
wishing
good
a
time
happy
to
wedding
reflect
anniversary
and
for one of our
regroup. I
fan
can
club
see a few
members.
changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Hazard. Oh, he's bustling through here. It's Hazard! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Hazard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Vietnam with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Yaya Toure! No, just not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Vieira. Nicely aimed pass. Bellingham, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Seedorf really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Tries to pass it through. He's onside! Goes looking wide.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Threads one in. Look at the space here! Oh, he's got a sight of goal! Played towards the front line. Oh, that's a key interception. Ibrahimovic. Oh, important interception.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an great leap! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Thuram couldn't squeeze it through. Yaya Toure, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. That looks a good ball through. And the shot!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Now it's Hazard. He's played it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Bellingham being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that has put paid to that. Bellingham is always scanning the pitch for targets. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Hazard. Bellingham. And he's let fly!
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Nicely shaped cross.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing.
And he shoots! And the difference is still one, but only just.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Number 20, Bellingham.
And it's been taken short. And here's Gullit.
Number 22, Hazard.
Araujo.
Number 15, Johan Cruyff.
And
Number
now they
24,
can spring out of defence.
Seedorf. Coming on the field, number 10, Messi.
That's good pressing. It's
Number
really
7,
squeezing everything.
Number 8, Gullit. Number 4, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 25, Mateu.
And that is out of play.
Substitutions taking place.
He's a sharp little ball here. Hazard wants to run onto this. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Vieira. Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. He is through here.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And this is Hazard. Just eases him off the ball. Thuram. Messi.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He won't be happy with that one. And he plays one through. And the shot's on here. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. That's the end. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
I'm afraid to tell you
Any
that
reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
to be heavy
What a
after the
frustration,
final whistle
Peter.
today.
Even after the goal, no real change in approach. That's about as inept as they come, and it's no surprise there are many in the